Good morning, Aldersley, and here is my assembly for Tuesday the 30th of June. It's entitled Secret to Happiness, Finding Some HYGGE. Let's look back at the challenges that were set yesterday by Mrs Treble. I wonder how many of you were able to list the things that you do that made you organised. Could you show examples of things that show that you are ambitious? And did you manage to share a creative idea that you had or you have had in the past? I hope you tagged in Mrs Treble and posted them on Twitter so we can all see. What is happiness? If you ask everybody in your team or your classroom or your family, I'm sure they would say something different. What about thinking about collating those things? Write down what happiness means to you. Think about what makes you happy. You could share it on here, you could share it with your family, and you can actually look at the things and sort of reflect on the things that actually make happiness in your life. The term HYGGE, I introduced at the beginning of the assembly. It's a Danish term, and Denmark in 2020 was ranked the second happiest country in the world. If anybody knows where Denmark is, you might think that could be a little bit surprising. It's often colder and darker than the UK, only gets 4 hours of sunshine a day in the winter with a sort of temperature of 0 degrees. So you might think, well, why are they happy? Because it's not very sunny. But they've got this whole sort of philosophy and ethos that they live in called HYGGE. And if on the next slide, you're going to watch a quick video and see if you can identify what they think it is. So there's the link to the video. If you just have a watch of it, it's only 1 minute 22, and you'll hear the Danish people trying to explain HYGGE. It is actually quite difficult to explain, so interesting to see what you think that they think it means. Having a look around at doing some research, very sort of interesting fact that Danish doctors recommend tea and HYGGE as a cure for the common cold. So saying if you look after yourself, cosy and comfort, and you're happy, then your cold will not last as long. So what is HYGGE? Comes from a Norwegian word that means well-being. It has got sort of similar words in English, things like comfort, togetherness, coziness, relaxation. But one of the Danish writers said that it was never meant to be translated, it was meant to be felt. So saying that HYGGE was personal to everybody and it's how you feel about your happiness, your comfort. So it is got different meanings to different people. So we need to think about stopping a little bit, not rushing around, relaxing, appreciate those simple things in life and the people that we've got around us. Just some images there of things that when I sort of think of happiness, comfort, coziness, some of the things that come to my mind. So I suppose that would be my mood board, open fires, lovely food, candles, reading a book, a nice sort of cup of tea and a snuggly blanket. What if you created your mood board? I wonder what it would look like. So how do you find your own HYGGE? Have a think about what you could do today to stop and find that. Who could you share it with? So as a family, could you talk about what it is that makes you feel this feeling of coziness, healthiness, happiness? And what do you need to do to stop at some point today to be able to allow yourself that time to embrace your own well-being? Simple things that you can do to have this HYGGE in your life: spending time with friends and family. Don't multitask. Don't have your phone on the go as your laptop as well as doing something else. Think about what causes you stress and try and remove those. Wear comfortable clothing. I think we've all really appreciated that, haven't we, during lockdown, not having to get dressed up, uniforms on. It's easy to stay in your PJs, and that might be your happiness place. They often say about bringing the great outdoors in to rooms with plants, and I know Mrs Evans often talks about being out in the forest and embracing nature, and perhaps have a HYGGE nook in your house. So is it by the fire where it's warm and you've got a blanket? Is it in your garden? Is it in your bedroom? So my challenges today are obviously based around what we think this HYGGE life would be. So make a list of 10 things that bring HYGGE to your life. And then number 2, set aside 20 minutes each day to do the things that make you happy. And then create your own mood board like I did that explains what it means to you, and either drop me an email with it or post it on Twitter. Points available for ones I think are really good. This ties in nicely to Joyful June the 30th. It said, make a list of the joys in your life and keep adding to them. So that's really like your mood board that I've asked you to prepare to see what things make you happy. As always, you've got your support. You know who to go to when you need anything. And stay safe. So all those different agencies are on board to help you. So my last message to you is have a great day. Have a happy HYGGE day, and I look forward to seeing how you embrace it in your life.